Okay, so there's a lot of people signed up today. I think it was 27 people when I last looked. First time, hello, Jill. So if it is your first time, I don't know if you've done Pilates before. If you haven't, don't worry, it's a mixed level class. I do tend to move quite slowly, especially in the first part, the first 10 minutes or so of the class, and then we might ramp it up a little bit. But I do offer options to make things more difficult or less difficult depending on where you are. So hopefully you'll enjoy it, and maybe let me know at the end if you've got any comments or questions. I'll hang around for a minute or two at the end, so you can let me know in the chat if you want to ask anything. Otherwise, I recognise most of these names, I think. iPhone, that could be anyone, but right, so let's get started. Oh, you've done some, good, okay, so you've got some knowledge, perfect. Okay, let's just make my screen bigger. Okay, let's get going. Might have to move my map slightly so I'm in shot. Okay, so we're going to start off laying down, resting, just giving the spine a little chance to reset, depending on what you've been doing today. So let's just take a couple of minutes just to let the muscles at the back of the body relax into the mat, and just let your arms just fall out to the side, palms facing up. Close your eyes if you want to, and just take a couple of big deep breaths. So we're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Another inhale and exhale. So anything that we do in the class today, if there's anything that bothers you, feels uncomfortable, causes any sharp pains, anything not nice, then just stop, take a rest if you need to. It's quite a gentle class, but obviously we're all different. We have different things going on with our bodies, so just listen to your body and do only what feels good. Okay, so let's just pull our knees in towards our chest and just have a little stretch for the lower back. So you can rock forwards and back if you want to, if that feels good, or you can move from side to side. Just to check in with the lower back, see how it's feeling today. Good, and then we're just going to place the feet back down on the floor, and then we're just going to start to work through a little bit of movement with the shoulders. So we're going to inhale, take our arms up above the head, stretch, but keep the hips and the ribs down on the floor. Exhale, semicircle, sweep the arms around. I've got my cupboard in the way. Inhale, take the arms back. Exhale, sweep around. Two more like that. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to go the other way. So we're going to inhale, sweep around. Exhale, bring the hands back to the hips. Three more. Inhale and exhale. Two to go. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale, ouch. And exhale. Good. So we're working up the arms a little bit. Now we're going to take the arms up towards the ceiling so the hands are directly above the shoulders. We're going to inhale and reach the arms up, lift it outside of the shoulders off of the floor. And then as you exhale, just drop them down. So just bend the elbows slightly and relax the arms. Again, inhale, reach, reach, reach as high as you can, try and touch the ceiling, and then just exhale, drop the arms down. So it's a really nice tensing of the muscles and then releasing. Inhale and exhale, drop. One more time, inhale, reach, try and touch those fingers to the ceiling, and then drop it down. Okay, then we're just going to cross the body and open out the arms. Change to the other way and exhale. So we're inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Now on this last one, we're going to hold the arms out to the side, and we're just going to push the palms away. So flexing the hands, bring the fingertips back towards you, and then turn the hands the other way. So we're going to flex and flex the other way, just to bring some movement into the wrists. This might feel a little bit uncomfortable, especially if your wrists are quite tight. So just go slowly, and then we're going to circle the hands around to free up the wrist even more. Go the other way. Do a little dance with your hands. Okay, then give the hands a little shake, give the arms a little shake, and we're ready to get started. So rest the arms down. We're going to bring one leg to tabletop and the other leg to join it. So you're drawing your belly in and up just to help stabilize across the hips. And then we're going to just tap down one at a time with those legs down towards the floor, trying to keep the hips really level and still. If this feels like too much for any reason, you could always just tap halfway and then bring the legs back to this start position. So knees above hips is where we want to be to really keep some tension on the lower abdominals. So we're going to slowly wake up the abdominals section by section, so lower, middle and upper. Good. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to stretch those legs up to the ceiling and flex the toes and point. Flex, point, flex, point. Hopefully my ankles aren't the only ones that are making crunching sounds right now. Couple more, flex and point. Okay, leave the legs up towards the ceiling. Don't worry if you have a soft bend in the knee, that's fine, just whatever's comfortable for you. Interlace those fingers and place them around the back of the head. So we're going to keep those legs lifted. We don't have to move them. We're just going to lift our head and our shoulders off the floor with an exhale and then lower down. So we exhale to lift, keep the elbows wide. You don't have to come up too high, but I do want your shoulders to lift off. You're using your abdominals to lift you. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now we're going to just bring the feet back down to the floor for a second. We're going to make this a little bit more challenging now. So we're going to bring the feet and the knees together, keep them there, and we're going to lift up, exhaling, keep the elbows wide. We're going to extend our right leg, and then we're just going to take it out to the side on an inhale. Exhale, bring those knees back together. Inhale, exhale. 8 more. Inhale, exhale. If your neck starts to ache for any reason, you can place your head down, but try and let the weight of the head just fall into the hands and keep yourself lifted with your abdominals. You don't have to take the leg out far. Try and keep the hips really level rather than rolling to the side. It's all about that really fine control of the torso as you move your leg away. I think we've got 2 more left. And last one. Whew, that's tough. Okay, lower the head down for a second before we hit the other side. So bring those feet and knees back together again. Exhale, lift up. Hold it if you can. Extend and take it out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. It's pretty slow. Let's not rush through the breathing. 7 to go. I don't know if you guys are feeling this, but I definitely am. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's suddenly got really dark in here. And then lower the leg down. Looks like it's going to rain outside. Not surprised. Okay, just hug the knees in. Maybe circle the knees around and just stir those thigh bones in the hip sockets. Give them a little release. Take it around the other way. Okay. So then we're going to just rest the feet down again. Let's take the feet together and just drop the knees open. So just make sure you're trying to press the soles of your feet together. And then we're just going to take them close and apart. I want you to really focus on squeezing the inner thighs. We're going to do 8 and then we're going to add on a little lift. So it's just a small inner thigh activation. Keep going, guys. I'm just going to shut the window because there's little students outside. Shut them out. Keep going. There's lots of people wandering around talking, so Okay, so this is the last one. We're going to hold here, and then we're going to lift the hips up, close, open, lower, lift, close, open, lower. We're only doing 4 more of these. 3, hello, and a 5. 2, and 1. Well done. Lower down, just give the legs a little shake, extend them out. Let's have a full body stretch. Okay, we better do the hundreds because it's Pilates and it will be a crime for me not to do the hundreds with you. So again, as I said, levels on this one. So we're going to stretch the arms back. Big inhale, and then exhale, curl up into that lifted position. Stretch the arms down the way, but draw the shoulders back. We're going to start pumping the arms. So we're inhaling and exhaling. Nice straight arms. Movement is coming from the back of the shoulders. Draw the belly in and up. Okay, you can stay here and just keep pumping the arms, or if you want a little bit more, we're going to take legs to tabletop. As we were earlier, knees above hips. Keep going. Now the lower abdominals are working as well as the upper and middle. Keep looking straight ahead. Small gap in between your chin and your chest. Should be getting a lot warmer, as I am right now. And then if you want to progress a little bit more, you can take one leg away, bring it back in. Other leg reaches and bring it back in. Keep those arms going though, don't stop the arms. You can do whatever you want with the legs, but don't stop the arms. Keep it going in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want even more, stretch both legs and lower them to a point which is challenging but not impossible. Keep it going in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your legs are fully extended, I want you to squeeze them together and keep going with the arms. Okay, we've got 2 more sets left. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set. In 2, 3, 4, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Hug the legs in, lower the head down slowly. Maybe rock from side to side, do whatever stretch feels good for you right now. It's your choice, it's your class. You can take a different stretch to me at any point. I can't see most of you anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay. So let's go into our roll up now. So we've warmed up the abdominals. We need to check in with the back of the body and see how it's feeling. I'm just going to try and film the whole mat rather than come off the end. Okay. So stretch back, hello abdominals, you will feel them now when you have that stretch. We're going to try and exhale all the way up, nice and slowly. So peeling the spine off of the floor section by section, rather than throwing ourselves in the air violently and pulling something. So let's keep it smooth. Inhale, exhale, lift the head, look down at your toes. Draw the belly in, squeeze the legs together, flex the feet, and slowly roll up. If you struggle with that, modification is to put your hands behind. So let's roll back down. We're going to use the modification, draw the belly in, and just start to slowly release the spine down, using the abdominals. Don't let any other muscles do the job for you. Let's go again. So squeezing the legs together. Exhale, let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit tall. Let's come down again for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Another modification I'll show you now. Inhaling, exhaling. 8, 7, 6. Bend the knees. Hold the back of the thighs. Keep the rounded shape in the spine. Scoop the belly in. Good. And then sit tall. Same thing. You can do the same thing coming back down. If you need that assistance, make it slow and graceful. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it out. Let's go again. 8, 7, 6, 5. This is the last one. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time all the way down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Reach it out. Flex and point the toes. Bring some movement into those leg muscles. Good. Let's go into our single leg circle. So we're going to pull our left knee in towards the shoulder. Keeping the right hip down, the right foot is flexed. Push the back of the leg into the floor, either with a bent knee, if your leg is not comfortable in this position. So you're drawing a circle with your knee, or you're drawing a circle with your toes. You pick where you want to be. Hands on the hips, keep them still. Inhale out to the side. Exhale across the body and all the way back up to where you started. 4 more in this direction. Exhale, swing it back. Keep flexing the foot that's on the floor. 3 more. And 2. Keep the belly lifted in and up. You should feel this in your abdominals. A little bit in your hips, but mainly abdominals. Let's go the other way. 5. 4. So if your knee is bent, same thing, just crossing with a slightly smaller range. 2 to go. Everything else stays the same. Last one. Okay, let's swap it over. Stretch that left leg out, flex the toes, hug the knee in, release, just make sure that the hips are level first of all before you start. Pick where you want to be, and then take it out. 1, 2. Try and keep everything really still in the middle. 3, 4, and 5. Just 5 the other way. Lots of 5s today. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Give that leg a little release. Hug it in if you want to. Okay, we are going to come up now to seated. So we're going to roll up or turn to your side, come up to seated. Let's do our spine twist, okay? So we're going to start off in a cross-legged position, whichever is comfortable for you. If you want to sit on a chair, you can do this if you're really uncomfortable sitting on the floor cross-legged, or you can extend your legs out in front, back so you can kind of see. So you can be here, but if this is really uncomfortable on your spine, if you have tight hip flexors or tight lower back, cross legs or chair. So simple one today. Okay, so we're going to start off, fingers or hands together, palms together, fingers touching the chin, thumbs touching the sternum. So that will just stop us kind of cheating and making our body think that we're doing more of a spine twist by just twisting our head and our neck. So we're going to keep it really still, the rest of the body. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. Exhale and just twist as far as you can. So exhale, 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 try and wring out the lungs of all the air, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, twist the other way. And inhale back to center. Let's do 3 more each side. Excuse me. Exhale. And inhale back. Exhale, twist. Close your eyes if you want to. It's quite a simple one. You don't really need to look at the screen once you've got going. Sometimes when you close your eyes, you go a little bit further. Exhale. Back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back. Let's do 1 more for luck. The best, the biggest. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Don't let the thumbs or the fingers come away from the body. And last one. All the way back to center. Excellent. So just roll the shoulders a couple of times. Now we're going to go into saw, which is a bit of a spine twist, but also a reach. So it's a good stretch from the back of the body, but it's also a good twist. So you're going to take the legs quite wide. Because I'm in a different room, I have to just check the camera angles here. It's a little bit different. Okay, so legs can be as wide as they comfortably can be. Again, you probably can do this on a chair unless you had no arms on the chair, but you could do it on a chair if you did. Or sit on a block or a pillow or something if your hips are quite tight. So we're going to have the arms out to the side. Flex the feet if you can. if you're here, it doesn't matter about flexing the feet, okay? So if you need to bend your knees, you can. What we're going to do is twist, one arm forward, one arm back, and then just reach past the outside of our foot. Don't worry if you don't get there, but just aim for it. And then try and bring your head towards your knee as you're exhaling. Keep exhaling even as you come up, and then inhale to come back to where we started. All I need you to think about really is keeping both hips glued to the floor, okay? So don't let the opposite hip come up as you twist away from it. Let's do it. Exhale. Keep exhaling even as you're reaching. Keep exhaling. Grab your foot if you can. And keep exhaling even more. And then inhale back to center. So we've got 3 more each side. Exhale, twist. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come up. 2 to go each side. So once you get the rhythm, it actually feels really nice. And you definitely notice if one side is tighter than the other. It's okay if you do. It's pretty normal to be stronger on one side than the other, or weaker on one side than the other. And it's not really a weakness. It's just our daily habits just create a little bit of imbalance in the muscles. So then we have to bring some balance back by doing this great class together. Okay, so give the shoulders a little roll. We're going to come back to the floor. I've moved the other way now just to mix it up. Excuse me. So we're going to roll down super slow for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to rush that a little bit. So take a nice stretch. And we're going to hug the knees in. Okay, so single leg and double leg stretch. Going to move quite quickly. We do 2 sets of single leg and then 1 set of double leg. So single leg, we're going to hug our left knee in, hold left hand on left ankle. I feel like I'm describing twister on this one. And then the right hand on the left knee. Stretch the right leg out 45 degrees. And then if you can, lift the shoulders off of the floor. So you're holding here, trying to keep your torso really still as you swap legs. So pull that knee in towards the shoulder as close as you can, and then swap. We're going to go for 8 here. 8, 7, just the knees or the legs and the hands that move. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do one more set of 8. I want you to really think about stretching the opposite leg away as you hug one knee in towards you, drawing your belly in and up and keeping everything super still. Let's do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug it in. Lower head for a second. Whew, it's super hot in here. I don't know how it is for you guys at home, out in Facebook world or in Zoom world, but it is like a sauna in this room right now. Okay, so double leg stretch. We're only going to do 6, and we're going to progressively hold for longer as we work through, just to make it a bit more challenging today. So if you're not sure what double leg stretch is, we start here, we stretch out and hug back in. And when I said we're going to hold for longer each time, we're going to hold for 1 second on the first one, 6 seconds by the end, and there's 6 repetitions. That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to hug it in. Inhale, stretch out. On for 1. Exhale back in and rest. This is our rest position. Enjoy that rest. Okay, let's go again. Inhale for 2, 1, and back. Reach it out. 3, 2, 1, back in. Now squeeze those legs together as you reach out. Only take them as low as you can. Keep your lower back safe, okay? Inhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms, try and keep them in line with your ears, not too low, okay? We've only got 2 to go, 5 and 6, the hardest ones. Reach out with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We can do this. We've only got 1 set to go. Gather your energy, scoop your belly in and up, feeling strong. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Hug it in. lower the head, turn the head from side to side. Just get rid of any creeping tension that might be coming into the neck area. And then we're going to squeeze the knees and the feet together. Take the arms out in line with the shoulders. And then we're going to drop the knees over. If they touch the floor, great. If they don't worry. Turn to the opposite side. Take a big inhale, feel the stretch from the rib to the hip. And then pushing down onto the floor, so you can just lift your hands off of the floor and push into your elbows if you want. We're going to draw the legs over through the middle and take them all the way to the other side. Keep the knees stacked one on top of the other to keep our pelvis nice and level. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, stretch, enjoy. Exhale, come back. So you should be feeling strong and solid like this. Exhale, good. You want to make it less intense if it's really challenging. You can just bring the feet to the floor and just swing the knees over from side to side. A little bit less intense. Always exhaling to pull back through the midline. Inhaling as you come over. Okay, we've got 2 more to go. Let's make these the best. Exhale, push those arms into the floor. Remember, you don't have to go all the way to the floor. And back to center. And then let's just circle the knees around. Whew. Okay, let's come onto our side. It's a very new mat and it's very slippery. So excuse me if I do any kind of crazy moves today. Hopefully I don't roll off the mat anywhere. Okay, so line yourself with the back edge of the mat and then swing the feet forward. Not got a lot of room beside me to do sideline kicks, so I'm going to keep it a little bit simple today. I can bring my foot back almost to the cupboard, that's okay. I'm sure you've all got furniture and stuff at home. It does get in the way. Okay, lift the belly in and up. Rest these fingers on the floor, or if you want more of a challenge, you can stretch the arm up for more of a balanced challenge. Taking that top leg up, pushing the bottom foot into the floor as always, and then kicking it forwards, taking it back. Slow and controlled. Breathe however you want to breathe in this one. I don't want to force you to breathe a certain way. Sometimes it just feels better to exhale maybe when you kick forwards, but if it feels better to inhale, that's entirely your choice. Just breathe. 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay, now bring that back leg, or top leg, sorry, back in line with the body. So the feet should be in different positions now, and then we're just going to keep the foot relaxed. Keep stretching the leg out of the hip. So imagine that you're pushing it away and then squeezing these muscles here to lift the leg. So this is your glute medius mainly, which is one of the core muscles. So we need it nice and strong to stabilize our pelvis and also to give us stability in any kind of running or jumping moves, even walking, to be honest. It's a really good one to do. Starts off pretty easy. And you think, wow, don't feel anything. But I'd say around about now, you might feel it. If not, maybe go a little bit higher with the leg. But keep thinking about reaching the leg out of the hip rather than height. Don't focus too much on height. Okay, mine's burning now. So we're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to tap in front, lift up and tap behind. Good. So imagine you're just briefly touching the floor of your toe and then flicking that leg back up. How's it feeling now? Guessing you're taking a little bit, but this is fine. We're going to do 6 more. 5, 4, 3. You can still have your arm in the air if you want more of a challenge. 2. Okay, mine's burning. And 1. Good. Then just let the knee fall forward and just give it a little tap if it needs it. Those muscles do get quite they're quite lazy, should we say? So we're just waking them up, giving them a little prompt. Okay, we're going to turn to the other side and do the same thing so that we're nice and evenly balanced and strong on both sides. So stretch out first, flick those feet forward, find your stability, hips stacked, knees stacked, ankles stacked. Leg comes up as we get ready to kick forward and back. Arm in the air if you want that extra challenge. So just keep breathing, keep smiling, it's all good. We're almost done. We've got about 10 minutes left, I'm guessing. I don't have my little clock today, so I'm going to have to just look at my watch occasionally. Sorry about that. Just to make sure we don't overrun too much, although we might go over 1 minute because we started 1 minute late. Good, so really try and keep everything still by pushing the foot that's on the floor even more into the floor. Stabilize those hips. 3 to go. 2. Give us a little wave if you're doing the move with the arm in the air. And 1. Okay, now take that leg back in line with the body, so your front foot is still different to the top leg, shall we say. Relax the toes, let the foot just drop and then lift up and down. I always get a frog in my throat when I'm doing this class for some reason. I think it's laying down and talking at the same time. Okay, so this is feeling nice at the moment. Feeling, oh, strong, not hurting at all. Famous last words. Now it's starting to ache a little bit. So aching or an activation kind of feeling of these muscles is what we want. But any kind of sharp pain where it feels like it's not a good move for your body, then obviously listen and take your rest, take a stretch. But a warming kind of hello, wake up muscles is good. That's what we want. So let's do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we've got that tap in front, tap behind. So tap, flick, tap, flick. Whew, okay, this is tough now. We can do it. We've got 6 to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Bend the knee, give it a little tap, give it some love. That feels so much better just from doing that. Okay, let's come back onto our back. So a bit of back of the body activation with some shoulder bridges. We're going to do some simple shoulder bridges first, just a couple, and then we may make them a bit more challenging. That's cool. We've still got 10 minutes, so that's good time. Get this in and a couple more moves. So first of all, shoulder bridge. If you want to just stay in a simple shoulder bridge, that's fine. You're still going to build strength. You don't have to worry about any of the extra stuff that we're doing if you don't want to, but it's there as an option. So we're going to slowly just tilt and rock the pelvis while it's still on the floor, just checking in with the low back. And if it feels okay and it feels nice and free, then we're going to carry on with that tilt and start to peel the spinal muscles away from the mat. Bringing it up into our first shoulder bridge. Inhaling at the top, filling those arms strong so you can push the palms down and the upper arms down into the mat. On the next available exhale, whenever that naturally happens, we're going to draw everything in, slowly start to melt the spine down. Section by section, tailbone comes last. Okay, so if you need to move your feet before we come back up again, best to do that before we lift. So bring the feet to roughly hip distance if they're not there already, and then come up again. Exhale, peel away. Okay, so once you're up there, you can either stay here and hold. I'm going to give you a little heel lift option. Okay, so we're going to lift the front heel, place it down, and the back heel, place it down. I want you to really focus on keeping both hips really level so that You don't deviate too much and you're keeping that stability. Lift and lift, lift and lift. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Level up those hips again. Slowly exhale all the way down. So if you're just holding at the top in the basic shoulder bridge, you would have gained some good strength there, held for quite a long time. Okay, let's come up again. Another leg option coming up if you want to take it. Pushing up, holding there. Okay, so I'm going to bring now my left knee towards my chest. Extend the leg, and then I'm going to lower it down, almost touch the floor, and then flick it back up 3 times. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. Inhale, exhale. Bend that knee, place the foot back down. Push both hips up because they always drop. Right knee comes in. Extends. Tap and flick. Tap almost and flick. 1 more time. Tap and flick. Bend the knee. Push the hips up. Hold them there. Inhale. And on the next exhale, slowly melt it down like soft caramel through the spine, 1 section at a time. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do a crisscross movement, which is abdominals and obliques. We're going to bring the fingertips to the outside of the temples or the ears, whatever you want to call them, side of the head, effectively. Keeping the elbows wide. I want you to lift up first into a small crunch. Then we're going to twist to the right, and we're going to bring our left knee in and tap the elbow. Then we're going to come back to center, foot comes down and lower. Lift, twist, center, lower. Lift, twist, center, lower. You can stay with this one. You're exhaling as you lift, inhaling to go down, keeping those elbows wide. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you're going to lift the other foot off the floor and extend it. So you're coming to center, lowering, lift, twist, center, lower. The legs stay up all the time, which makes it a little bit more challenging because we don't have the floor to assist us. And I know what you're thinking now. How many have you got left, Jenny? Well, let's go with 6 more. Lift, exhale. 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And down. Well done. Hug it in. Let's take the legs to the side, this time more for a stretch rather than an exercise. So just enjoy that stretch through the sideways. And then back to center. So next week I'm thinking I might try and find a different location. Do a little tour of Roehampton University's finest rooms and see if we can find somewhere else to do the class other than my living room. We'll see. Might be at home next week. So working at home days easier in some respects. Okay, and then bring the feet down. So we're going to turn ourselves around and come to all fours for a little bit of 4-point kneeling. So it's going to work again the back of the body, mainly the slings of the body. So cross slings. When we work in opposites, so when we have our left leg and our right arm out, then we're going to work fully across the back of the body. So it's going to be tough, but we can do it. So last couple of moves. So let's stretch our right leg out first. First of all, we're just going to lift and lower, just to activate the glutes, the back of the legs, and try and practice keeping everything else still as we do it. So this is what we want when we bring in the arm lift. We don't want to move our spinal position at all. So hopefully if you've got a mirror or something, you can be alongside, then you can just check that your spinal position is staying really still. Your belly's lifted in and up. Once you've found that position, we're going to extend the left arm. Push down on the right hand, stabilize. Lift up and hold. Stretch as far as you can away with your toes and your fingertips. Keep holding. Keep lifted in the chest. Looking down at your mat to keep the neck safe. And then slowly bring it down, back in. Let's try the left leg first. Activation lift. Few of these to get warm. Just testing. If this is challenging enough for you, you don't need to do the next part of the move. Just stay with this until your glutes get strong enough and hold you in place so that you can add on a little bit more strength work. Okay, so extend the right arm, left leg. Lift it up and hold. So if for any reason you're kind of dropping down or you're really struggling to stay nice and straight in the spine, just keep doing the leg lift activation movement. Hold it here, a couple more seconds. Lift belly in and up. Squeeze the hip bones together. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to go a little bit quicker now. We've already activated, so we're going to swap and lift. Back and under. Swap, lift. Back and under. Now, as you lift, think long. Reach long and down. Reach, but don't drop the shoulders. Keep it going. Close your eyes if you want to just feel this move. I like to close my eyes sometimes, just really intensifies the feeling that you get from the body, the feedback you get from the body. Moving the sight just temporarily really intensifies other senses. Let's do 3 more each side. Couple of stretches and we're out here. Last 2. 2, 2, and 1, 1. Good. Let's take our knees wide, feet together, sit back into our child's pose or rest position. Let the head and shoulders drop down and the chest. Okay, for our last move, we're going to practice a bit of tricep press-ups, okay? So triceps are the muscles in the back of your arms. Really important to keep them strong. They help keep us stable in the shoulder girdle. And also just real strength in the upper body, which is really important. So I'm going to start in the box position, knees onto hips, hands onto shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. I want you to turn your elbows so that they're pointing back towards the hips. And then as we lower down, the upper arm doesn't want to go any lower than the elbow, okay? So as I lower down, I only come to here, and then I push back up. We don't need to get the head all the way down to the floor. That's not really the point. So I want you to push your elbows back towards your ribs, and then push back up. I want you to do 5 if you can. If you want to make it harder, you can take the knees back, come into a 3/4 plank type position, and lower. Lift. Make sure the fingers are nice and wide. Have you done your 5 yet? If you have and you want to do some more, keep it going. Whew. 1 more. Good, well done. Push it back. Have a little rest. So our kind of final stretches now coming up. We're going to just take our left hand out to the outside of the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Right hand comes on top and interlaces. And then I want you to just turn and look under your left armpit. So if you're sitting all the way back onto your heels, you should feel the stretch in the right shoulder and the right side of the body. You can just move the hand forward, come off of your heels, and then if you drop down, you get more of a stretch into the upper shoulder area. Just go where it feels good. Let's swap sides. So right hand to the outside, left hand on top. I'm going to turn away from you now. Sorry guys, I'm being rude, just showing you each side. So big deep breaths here, let go of any tension in the body. Every time you exhale, let go of that last bit of tension in any muscles. Let's just turn the palms back the other way. And then change them just to stretch those wrists a little bit. And then a final stretch. We're going to take our arm up, inhaling, look up at the hand. And it's the thread the needle, so we're taking it through and under. Rest the head and the shoulder down. If you want to increase the stretch, you can take the other hand behind you and open up that shoulder. Bring it back. So this time we're going to take the back arm up, inhaling, look up. Exhaling, reach through. Rest the head and the shoulder. Take this top arm up and back if you want more of a stretch. Bringing that left hand down first, using it to help you push up. Little cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the head. Tailbone comes up to the ceiling. Exhale, start to tuck the pelvis under first and then round the spine. Inhale. Exhale. And then if you want to, you're going to tuck the toes under, come into a forward fold. You're going to chop the top of my head off in a minute. So forward fold first. And then you can roll up through the spine to come to standing. Keep the head and neck tucked in for the very last part of the move. So you're going to roll yourself up, slowly pushing all four corners of the feet into the floor. Goodbye, my head. And then coming up tall, stretch the hands up to the ceiling. And then let them go. And we are done. It's fine, you need to leave. We've just gone over a minute or so anyway. So the class is 45 minutes, just in case you're not sure. Nice to see so many people. And let me know if you have any comments or questions before you go. Hope you feel good after the class. I feel much better, although it's really hot in this room. So hopefully you feel nice and stretched out and ready to take on the rest of your day. And look forward to seeing you all next week, same time, same place on Zoom, but maybe different place for me. We'll see.